Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Like, hello, puppet. Like, hello, governor. Where are the drugs going? Which is an old college humour reference.
Oh my god.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do the voices. Last week on The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, some court stuff happened.
There we go. I was waiting for
It's
it.
my catchphrase.
Your catchphrase.
Why am I-
It's just an
Pete's
excuse.
catchphrase, and not because he doesn't remember what happened
Yeah,
last.
it's his catchphrase.
Look, we all have them.
Who needs it?
Who needs him?
We're not stealing this. We're not stealing the phrase. Anyway, so in the last episode, we were introduced to Gina Lestrade, who caused a kerfuffle in the courtroom by firing
bombs. By that we mean
firing
smoke bombs.
Yeah, smoke. What was the hand gesture?
Dropping bombs.
Dropping
Dropping the bombs.
Are you like dropping the mic?
Dropping.
It's like dropping smoke bombs and stuff. And anyway, the main thing that we established was that she was hiding in the omnibus. And it was the scene was slightly different to what we expected, because when we initially investigated it, there were bags under the seat, but then later on, the bags were no longer there, and there was some blood on the floor that wasn't there, which was all very strange. I'm still not quite sure what the heck happened there, if I'm absolutely honest. But anyway, the important thing is she was under the seat of Magnus McGuilded,
Under his derriere.
yes, under his butt, and we learned that she got in pretty much at the very beginning with a view to pickpocketing people and never heard the door go again. And yet there was a loud thud, and all of a sudden there was the murdered, the victim, Mr.
Importantly, she never heard the door go again after Magnus first got in
Yeah.
and then sat on top of it.
Yes.
When you say it like that,
That sounds very wrong.
When he used her as a seat.
She's 10,
in
you
the
sick
compartment.
Yeah. When he sat on the compartment that she was contained in. Anyway, yes, sorry. After he came in, no one else came in, and yet we find the killer, three mortars. What was his name?
You mean the victim?
Thrice-Fired Mason.
Thrice-Fired Mason.
Did you say three mortars?
3 mortars, Mason.
Maybe.
And he said he was the killer. He killed himself. There we go. We solved the mystery.
The killer, also known as
really
3
well.
mortars Frederick.
This is why I don't do these. Anyway, yes, Thrice-Fired Mason somehow appeared in the cabin. But what we also discovered is that the skylight has a latch, which implies that he could have come in from above. And that's pretty much where we left off, if I recall.
I believe so.
Which could be entirely wrong, because my memory, as you now know, is awful. But we all knew that anyway. And so, without further ado, let's get in and find the heck out what's going on.
Yes, please.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Taylor.
And if somehow you still like what we
You
do, still enjoy this,
The thrice confused Pete.
yes, then why don't you drop a like or a dislike on this video, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button. And you can either
dislikes.
why? It's engagement. It's all good. Besides, as you can see, we've got no dislikes on the video as of yet, so it's all good. Wink. And yeah, you can hit that subscribe button, or you could ring the bell, and if not, just look at your freaking subscriptions and you'll see our videos all pop up there, and you don't have to worry about the algorithm's recommendations. Anyway, let's get into the game!
Yeah, I'm going to add 5 minutes onto the end of this, considering that was an abysmal intro.
How dare you?
Sarah, I would like to report the murder of the video intro. And
Effing
we're going
chat
to need
bar
to find
intro.
the culprit.
See, I'm pretty sure,
Immediately.
Taylor, that that's your catchphrase, because yes, that's not the first time that's been said. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
That was the moment that the victim made his entrance.
Entrance into the cabin.
This is going really well.
We're doing smashingly right now.
Start as you mean to go on, as they say.
Oh, boy.
No, let me rephrase.
I was waiting for. Let me rephrase that.
Refrother.
No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
Yada, yada.
Yada. Now you're suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin?
That's precisely what I'm saying.
That's simply impossible!
Is it?
How can you be so sure?
Because Okay. Because I am a genius. I mean, because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
Well, yes, that's true. But
So weren't they sitting on the front of the omnibus?
Yes.
No, wait, no. No, they could see in though, couldn't they?
I was sat on the back.
Because they could.
it almost makes it seem like they were complicit in the murder or whatever.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Oh, to be sure.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGuilded?
Aye, the very same.
Very same. Oh, dang it. You stole it. You stole it from me.
Well, no, we said it together.
To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat at the roof testified afore. Said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much as a case of them not saying, but... Aye.
Omitting the truth.
Jojo pose. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say.
Oh.
What? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened.
You what, mate?
Are they bribed, perhaps?
Is it me, or do his eyebrows kind of look like two pipes coming out of his face?
They do.
It does a bit.
Like, it's just kind of weird.
Would yous not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh, my goodness. Surely not.
Those two chaps on the roof?
Here.
Oh, you mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Ow! Oh, my heart.
Hold it!
Heard it. Uh-oh.
Just what exactly are you insinuating here? You blitherer.
Blitherer.
Blitherer. Whoa! Oh my god!
What is going on? What is that? What is he doing? Is that so-
God.
I'm so confused.
It's killing me.
What is happening here?
You know, normally I like to at least try to mimic the pose to a degree, right? Of the
think
character
that's
that I'm
what
doing the
gonna be
voice of. Because it helps me get into character. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that here.
I feel.
I don't know.
Wait, do you mean you don't have like a miniature trampoline that you can like call upon at any time to suddenly start
I'm
bouncing?
feeling that Taylor doesn't have enough room in his sound booth to do that.
No. My question is, what do you think it's like they go to the guy who's like in charge of animating and says, here's what we have for you. You're gonna make this guy.
Twerk it,
he's
baby.
gonna kind of look
Twerk
like
it.
he kind of looks like he's getting ready to fly off on a broom, but also very angry.
Like, I see you, baby. Shaking that ass.
Like,
You wrote her, he said. You wrote her. What are you insinuating?
Will you stop jumping about?
it's like shaking it like Beckham. Oh, this is a flaming outrage! I've a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
What's the blinking?
A black
there it is
eye.
again.
Black eye.
He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I, after I finish jumping. Mr. Fairplay.
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter, almost a mad hatter, you might say.
No. So now that kind of makes sense. The animation, is it a little bit like the bunny, like the rabbit who's late?
Oh, it could be. It could be.
You know, I can't really remember.
Yeah,
It's
the
been
white rabbit. Yeah.
It's been a
I'm late.
long-
I'm late for a very important
It's
date.
been a very long time since I've seen Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it
I
might
feel
be.
like that's kind of what's going on there. suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, I protest too! About you rotten scoundrel!
I just love how McGuilded's just like chuckling away to himself.
Got him a little hot under the collar, I did.
Did I touch a nose?
Order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
Oh my god, you're doing all of the damage to yourself, mate.
Yeah.
My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Van Zieks. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses.
Oh, yes, I see.
My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal... Intimated?
I know, I realised after I said it. All right.
You have intimated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation.
Well, I would have to disagree, as there are at least some bases for the accusation, so it's not quite baseless. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but...
You can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
Uh-oh.
What are we wasting time for? Get here to here to test it. Here, fight.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fella.
We have to set this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once.
Testify!
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 Testify.
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, they appear to be saying testify in quite a loud and united way. The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. Furst. My lord,
Who said that? Where are you? Oh, you're up there.
you will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
Excuse me.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward.
I don't like this.
We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened while we were sitting, don't you think one or the other would have noticed? Of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
I have no idea where his accent is going. I'm just doing the best I can with
If
it.
you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Well, obviously the blood on the floor in the
Gotta be the blood on
omnibus,
the floor, yeah.
which we haven't been able to. It hasn't been added to the court record, annoyingly.
I must say that, on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see.
We're innocent, I tell you.
Logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
You what? You, like, what?
According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
Ha! Well, I don't trust couples any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense. Over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Cross-examination. Refuting the accusation.
Refuting the accusation.
So,
Where were they sitting? Like, will it clarify?
yeah, we could. Well,
I think they were sat at the back.
I
but
think
I'm
they
not
were
sure.
because they said that they could see down, didn't they?
Yeah.
They made out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got a picture of it, but they made out that they could see down and they could see two people sitting.
Yeah.
So, although, you make a good point. Hang on a second. So let's have a look.
They'd see the victim.
So there's the seats here, and there's the seats here. So if they were sat
at the front, then they couldn't have noticed.
Yeah,
anything.
if they were sat, yeah, true. But if they were sat here, then they would look down to this seat.
Yeah,
so,
they saw the victim and then.
well, what's
obviously
under that seat is the
Lestrade.
question. Blah 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 blah. In we go. Okay, yeah. So they definitely. So they
Yeah.
could have potentially seen those two. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, they would have.
Let's. Do we want to press that one first, or should we just press through all of them systematically?
let's press it.
Yeah.
Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly.
There were
It's
torches
lit up,
inside,
yeah.
dude.
Is this some kind of a lark?
Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what this is? I don't know, because if it is, it's not very funny.
Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly.
Oh, you fair dinkum, sir!
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell
Are you a
you.
bloody parrot?
I was gonna say, why is he constantly repeating
It's
what
like,
the
is
other
he a
guy says?
translator or something?
It's
Like translating for him.
like, for God's sake.
Just in case, like, anyone else who isn't British doesn't know what they're saying.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never be able to open them again.
That's extreme.
Oh,
It was extreme, I'll tell you. And we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked.
He locked the door.
Now what are you pointing at me for, boy? You'd best stop
Well, it's
pointing
very-
that finger
it's
at me
very
before you
rude to
lose
point.
it.
I don't remember anybody mentioning about a door being locked. But that's interesting because
No,
No, it was.
they did. Yeah, because it was like the reason because they asked why they were sat up on the roof when it was so cold to begin with, and they said it was because they went to the door and tried to open it up, but it was locked.
right, okay, which further corroborates the idea of Lestrade not hearing anybody else enter the carriage.
I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear ye at all.
That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone.
No, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising.
Saying things! Saying things!
I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point.
Ah, you!
Don't take it personally now, lad. If I am a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about.
This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really.
Neither is another.
Let us once more watch Taylor talking to us.
Yeah, no reason to kill the man. Well, actually, wait.
What the hell that's hopping up on about?
You are sorry, Taylor?
I still want to know what the hopping is about.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's so
No.
confusing.
So hang on a second. Defendant's list of debtors: Bruce Fairplay.
We had no. I mean, it's like it would have. You know, he does have a reason because he could have been trying to frame McGuilded.
Yeah. So then that way he potentially wouldn't have to repay his loan. So
Right. No, because they did make the point that if he went to jail, then
the loans would be
the
written
debts
off.
would be cleared.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't think we can present that on this just yet. Let's press it.
So, you had never met what did Pete say? What did he say at the start of the
Three-mortared Mason.
three had met Mr. Three-Mortar Mason before.
Sod off.
Now, children.
Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
That's better.
Oh, Lum, no! Not once! Never!
Lumiere.
I never met the man before, he said. Never!
God's sake.
The f-
You sound like a
Frick
broken
does Lum
record
mean?
man.
I don't know what lum means.
I don't know.
Lummy.
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brick-makers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not.
You see? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who are inside the cabin.
Wait a minute.
who's
Wait, and there's a
reacted?
thing. There's a thing.
Oh.
To the gentleman.
Yeah, because
It's
he
McGuilded.
can't say nothing. If he's saying he has no relation to anyone. He's in his little debt book.
Yeah, well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Well, the specific thing here is what he said. Neither of us
Yeah.
have the remotest connection to the gentlemen
Yeah,
who were
yeah,
inside the
that's
cabin.
what I mean, yeah.
Who were inside the
One
cabin.
of which was
Yeah,
McGill.
it's McGill. Yeah, which he has had.
Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Mr. McGuilded? Yes, counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not to remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. Gasp.
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date?
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
'Tis nae my fault you didn't read the fine print afore you accepted the money. Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another. Gasp.
Gasp.
And young Mr. Furst.
Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch.
customers, such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Oh, his hat.
Oh!
His hat.
Yes!
It did have those stitches in it.
It did.
Oh, I never even noticed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence afore, my lord.
Yeah, this you mean?
Okay, we just had to advance the text.
I don't notice anything untoward about the image.
I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Well. Oh! Crap!
Crumbs!
Oh, fish and chips. Oh, that's one of my hats.
Oh dear.
Excuse me.
Aye, that it is. So it would seem that the brick-a-maker was a customer of yours.
Oh.
Da da
shit.
da.
Did I really even need to be here? The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see.
Wah wah wah. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. I rest my case.
You little weasel! Arr!
I was more than big enough for your mother, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh!
How dare you, sir!
There we go.
Although-
He's better at this than I am.
Although they didn't call it fair play when I was with your mum.
It was anything but fair.
I committed my share of foul acts, so I did.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, Mr. McGuilded has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Let me take you out sometime, darling. I'm quite thorough in everything I do.
Oh God. God.
Down, boy.
Please don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings.
Wait. What? So after that doesn't progress. Oh, for God's sake.
God's sake.
Okay, I'm gonna possibly open that. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Huh?
Well, I mean, we could point out the latch on the roof, right?
You could have opened it. You just.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute!
He's gone. And then if he loses his triangle, we're in real dire straits.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what I said.
Take a look for yourself! Go on! You see? It's shut fast now, just like it was on the night!
So it is. Of course, a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it still and all.
What? What?
Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand.
Now, you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing.
That's not what your mum said.
Not...
Got him.
It's physical pain.
And not your sister neither.
It's just physical pain. I feel like I can feel my brain cells dying one by one.
What's the matter? You don't like her humor.
Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting our cane, shall we?
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, I broke wind.
How
Loudly.
is that relevant?
Let loose a trump, I did.
Little trumpet.
Knocked off some of the snow from the roof. Has it happened?
Melted some of the snow.
I shocked myself with it.
I melted some of this.
As it
melted
happens?
some of the snow, and it wet me bum bum.
Let me bum bum.
This is
All right, then, Taylor.
unexpected confession, Mr. Furst.
Expression on the judge's face.
I mean, I think that would be everyone's.
Yeah. I mean, that is me right now.
Why did you feel the need to say you broke wind?
I just meant to say. Well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight.
What, to
you
like
see.
fart into the inside of the carriage?
That's nice.
Well, presumably he'll have been riding inside, and he was trying to vent the stench.
I see.
But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible.
I should have had that burrito.
Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I witnessed red as rouge, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Yes, please. Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame.
Yeah, but it can be opened from above, you Burke.
Excuse me. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade?
It's Lestrade.
Miss Lestrade!
Talking to me. It opens. The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Uh-oh.
Oh.
All them skylights open. Dead easy.
Was there a reason you needed to load that more easily than you can load that weapon?
Presumably, she's going to fire it, and then the skylight's going to magically be open.
Yeah.
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I...
You can't do it from inside, you mug.
Oh!
Which is a bit of a poor design, really.
Yeah. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears.
You probably shouldn't say that in the court of law.
Oh, shut your
You're
ears, Grandad.
confessing to a crime inside of a court of law.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Oh, button it, Grandad.
Eulogizing.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. Oh, all four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah, and the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin.
Oh, you mean like the thing that we've seen literally 10 times
Yep.
already, but haven't been able to point out because this is an Ace Attorney
You gotta
game?
remember,
It's the
Taylor,
picture
we
of the
gotta show
banana.
him the picture of the banana, not the banana.
Not the banana.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Climb up onto the roof of that omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Well, shit, I got a bad back and all. I don't want to fall
Yeah.
off and throw out one of my vertebrae.
Are you kidding me, boss? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, would you
Da, da,
look
da.
at that?
Oh, the big ghost bailiff, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a bit fancier than I was expecting,
Yeah, it
to be
was.
honest. I was expecting it to just, like, open, like, you know, hinged.
Yeah.
Not like a Japanese door.
See?
Oh, my goodness. Order! 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 So, it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck.
Mr. Naruhodo, this could be the clue we've been looking for. We got there eventually, guys. We just needed a few more interrogations first.
Yes, this could be the clue that we're looking for that we definitely hadn't already
Yeah, we
found.
hadn't already got there.
Pain.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Oh, right, we're still technically in the middle of a cross-examination.
Yes, my lord.
So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself.
Oh my god!
And that'll be how we add it to the court
Here we go
record,
again.
apparently.
God's sake!
Here we go again.
It's not annoying. It's not annoying. Right.
Right.
In we go. Oh no, I probably shouldn't have gone in.
No.
Oh, wrong button.
Well, whatever. Let's have a look from the. Let's have a look from inside. Da 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 da.
So the catch for the skylight is on the top side.
Yes, but it's not fastened at the moment, so we can slide it open from in here.
Swing.
Swing. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick something. Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo.
Why? Someone like me?
No reason.
No reason. Oh,
What is it?
look, just here. Look at this. Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was totally there
Yep.
before. Definitely
no,
was there
the
before.
windows, like the window was shut, so you wouldn't see it.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
it's on
right,
the,
right.
it's on the,
That's-
yeah, it's on the edge.
Without question.
It's blood.
Why would there be a...
Think about it for more than a few seconds, Naruhodo.
All right, let's get the dribble running and the wheel there. Why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
Oh, well, you see, I whacked the nonsense out of me shin and all, and it just leaked all over the roof, it did.
There we go. Perfect.
There we go.
They finally
Right.
updated the court record.
Now we can throw.
Let's just double check the blood. That's blood.
That's
Yeah,
blood,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. Okay, no, I just
Yeah.
wanted to check that they weren't going to say
So
anything else.
on Fairplay's next statement, we could go boom. There's your proof.
Take that, you son of a...
You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin.
We have seen this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
You okay?
That's not good for us, except for the blood that's on the thing.
Except for the blood.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's good then. We did actually need to go inside.
Yes. So yeah.
So sorry. So
this is present
so
that
there
on
we go.
that.
Oh, where's your proof?
Wait.
Right
Hang on. You got to remember, we need to make sure that we're playing Ace Attorney correctly,
That's true. Safety save.
which means we need to do the safety save. So just in case the music doesn't stop.
That statement contradicts the evidence. No.
No, you showed
Yay.
the banana.
Crap.
You showed the banana and not the picture of the banana. Penalty.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. And the irrefutable irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us in this very courtroom.
Day in the very courtroom.
What?
What?
That's utter humbug. Ugh, you can't possibly have any evidence.
No, you can't. Oh, I mean, we didn't do it, I'll tell you. It's impossible.
Shit. Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom.
It's more likely than you might think.
Counsel,
My lord!
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Da, 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 da.
So I guess we can't do it, guys. I don't know where it is. Is it, oh, hello. Oh,
There
Oh.
it
the
is.
ketchup.
The ketchup.
The ketchup on the roof.
The ketchup, the strawberry jam.
Oh, for God's sake! I didn't press the button. I pressed A, not Y. Sorry.
Like, what's going in
yes, we know. I can't skip it either. Why won't it skip?
Why would there be a bloodstain here? Oh, I don't know why. It can't be related to the case.
This is where it's like it kicks us out of the... Okay, it didn't kick us out of the
Got
carriage.
it.
Got it!
By Jupiter! Is that blood?
This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my!
And so it follows that Mr. McGuilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No! Order! Hold it! Hold it! But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was
really?
stabbed inside the cabin.
I.
Really?
It's not like a freaking Japanese film.
And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. You bugger. You potato brain.
You watch your mouth
So-and-so.
there, Mr. Correct Man.
And let's keep in mind, thanks to my little urchin helper here, in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? Not on account of my short stature or nothing.
But,
He could just stand on his hat.
there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean...
Oh, why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. Furst?
Da, 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 da.
That evidence will be the first to tell you that your argument don't hold water. 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No!
But it can't be! It's all...
Lies!
Lies!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could... Oh, why do I keep doing this? I don't understand. They thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
Wonder how many words a minute
I
she's
know,
typing.
right?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Sir, that's not really the matter at hand here.
Oh, I
okay.
always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2,
Objection. Oh.
3.
Objection!
Oh, bug off, will you?
A chilling performance, Mr. McGuilded.
Thank you very much. Oh, thanks a million. And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zieks?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void.
Begging pardon? What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Excuse me?
Beg pardon? What are you talking about?
It's there for all to see, and it's clearly
Have
blood.
you ever tasted ketchup, my Nipponese friend? Objection! I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-toothed comb. So I can state with absolute surety. Surety. Oh, yeah, surety. Surety, though, still sounds weird. Like, just sounds like a non-word. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began.
But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, that this stain of blood was...
Fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session.
what?
Oh, this trial will not end, will it?
What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zieks. But I'm Magnus McGuilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Silence! Mr. McGuilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGuilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zieks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel?
Oh, bother.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say?
It is kind of weird, though, isn't it? Because it's like there
We
was
didn't see it
when
before.
when Lestrade appeared, like the omnibus did change because there was this.
No, she did, and it's possible that when basically the smoke screen was essentially so she could plant the blood and remove the stuff to give credence to McGuilded's story, and he's basically just paying her to help him.
Yeah, for sure.
If he is guilty.
Which would explain why we didn't see the blood stain on the floor or anything.
But if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in
Apart from
session.
that one time
Apart
there was
from
the
the
smoke
smoke
screen,
screen,
yeah.
yeah.
My learned friend.
Yes?
Me?
Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter. In your own words.
Can you excuse me for 1 second? As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think... I mean, it could have been possible.
Safety safe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
it's got to be because of...
it has to be because of the smoke screen.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. The whole room.
I'm sort of curious if you say, like, it's out of the question, if he'll, like, stop you. Or if it'll, like, cause a bad ending.
No, Sasato's gonna smack us, that's what's gonna happen.
Are you all right, Mr. Naruhodo? You've fallen silent.
I want to say that it's out of the question. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it?
No, we know that it's... We know.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to...
No,
Okay.
I don't want Sasato to point out how stupid we are when we know when we're not stupid.
Well,
I mean,
Maybe you're stupid, but we're not stupid. We know. Maybe one of the three of us is stupid.
that would be me.
Oh, for God's sake. Are you all right, Ryunosuke? You've fallen silent.
as a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh,
Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from his deceit.
this deceit.
Huh?
This deceit, not his deceit.
From where?
It said this.
From this deceit,
Oh.
not his
He's not
deceit.
being deceitful.
Sorry, from this deceit. Sorry, my...
Yeah, don't be deceitful.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade.
But in case you can't remember, here's a flashback.
Flashback.
Oh no, it's all
Bang.
very foggy.
What is going on?
Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Bailiff! Don't let the accused escape! Secure the omnibus!
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos,
Whoa, spin.
it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
You're not helping matters here, my friend.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Did you forget who's paying you, you daft something or
Oh,
other?
here we go. There it is.
Are you wise?
Uh-oh.
What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger?
Oh.
Feckless? Gouger? You're supposed to be defending me.
I'm defending the truth.
'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection! Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same.
Gasp.
Gasp in Irish.
After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies? Such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning, and no doubt he's going to say the blood on the floor as
Yeah.
well.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Lord Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
Well, except maybe us, I guess.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight was shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord.
There was no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry?
About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
Yep.
Yeah,
The blood on the floor.
I have an inkling.
And this is the thing, because then it's obviously like, what are you playing at, Sonny Jim?
My lord,
Yes, Counsel.
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, a little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection! Silence, McGuilded! The court awaits the defense's clarification.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
Oh, I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
Whap, whap, whap. Oh, for God's sake, I pressed... I did it again! It's alright. It's alright, I keep pressing A on it, but it's Y.
Read the cards, Pete.
I did. I just forgot. That's all. God damn it! Come on. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Because it's gonna cause us shit.
Yep.
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good Lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel. But I didn't think to say anything before now, because, you know, I didn't want to mess with anything. Didn't want to step on your toes, or anything.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
That's not going to go down well.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
How dare you, sir?
Oh.
This trial is over.
Mr. McGuilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant!
Oh.
'Tis over, I tell
get
ye.
it.
Wow.
Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now. Well. And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper to Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord?
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue, even though I very clearly remember that it wasn't there before, and I literally just said so, but apparently I'm a fool.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zieks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, of course, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGuilded will be found not guilty,
Yes.
which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really all right for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Is it right for the trial to
Oh,
end
God.
now?
Oh, God! No! That's really bad. No!
Unfortunately, we will have to find out next time.
Jesus.
We gotta find out what happened to Three Mortars Frederick.
3 Mortars Frederick.
I hate you.
No, you don't. You love us.
That's it. No, I hate you and I'm leaving the show.
No!
I'm going.
No!
This is going to be the last one ever.
No, it's not. I will talk him around. But yes, once again, thank you very much for tuning in and watching the next episode of The Great Ace
The next
Attorney.
episode. Watching this episode.
Or this episode. I know what I meant.
And if you like what we do, don't forget to hit that like or dislike button, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you want, or just check out your subscription list and then you'll see our videos. It's all there. It's all fine and dandy.
Leave us a comment as well if you feel like it.
Yeah, we like that stuff.
Yeah, we like reading your comments.
It's nice.
It's nice.
And we reply to them.
And until we see you next time, take care not to trip into any holes.
What? What?
Bye, guys.
Bye!